Wait, I just realized something. Because I was thinking this music sounds a lot like Snowdin. And then I was like, wait a minute. But that is the Snowdin background that Flowey is surrounded by. And so I'm wondering, because I feel like, if I remember correctly in Undertale, this intro, or not this intro, but the equivalent screen like showed like, the load screen showed who you'd befriended over the course of the game. And instead it looks like we are now going to have like where we are. No, Mel, I did not stream last week. I took last week off because I needed a brain break, but we are now past needing brain breaks. I think I'm good. So I'm gonna go ahead and dive on in. We're gonna see what happens. Yes, Undyne standing on Papyrus's head. Yes. Yeah, well, I like that it has different ways of kind of indicating where you are and how far you are. So I don't think I'm gonna turn on easy mode just yet, but it is a possibility, and we'll give it a try if we need it. See, the place that that Flowey was standing in was totally Snowdin. Man, I sure do love piano. Alright, let's see if I can remember what I'm supposed to do here. Yes, I'm gonna dance. Ah! Oh, thank you, Chrono. Under Yender. I don't know what just happened on the screen, but Twitch is trying to tell me that it's up to some shenanigans. My apologies, everybody. It's distracting. Okay. I think we're gonna dance. Yes. Ah! I did just run right into that one. It turns out. Turns out that if you just run right into a weapon thing, it's not good for you. Alright, so we have to do this again because if you'll recall, the game froze last time. It wasn't even my doing. So we are once again going to skip through the same cutscene that we've seen 3 times. I don't remember having to watch cutscenes over again in Undertale. Which is, I think, why I thought maybe I didn't die as much. But I do think I died sometimes. I don't think I never died. Ah, this is the button. Okay. I'm not talking about crashing the game. I'm talking about, oops. The impression of... So one of the biggest problems with older JRPGs is that they don't have the option to skip cutscenes. And sometimes you have to do... We're gonna go see if we can go back and save, so we don't have to redo that. Because I don't want to have to... Oops. No! Better not kill me. Okay, I can do this. Sorry. Well, it's got me thinking a little bit about game design and how it's evolved over the years. And how Toby Fox Fox was a person who had made games before and thought about games. Oops. And I feel like Undertale actually, oops. Ah, you can do diagonals. Flowey's gonna yell at me. Sorry, Flowey. But I don't want to have to watch. I just really don't want to have to do the cutscene again. Yeah, I feel like Undertale had a way of making it so you didn't have to do cutscenes over and over again. Having non-skippable cutscenes and save points, like there's just something about the placement of this cutscene and save point that feels unintentionally punishing. That I would say maybe stems from the developers not having as much experience making games before. If that makes sense. Well, it's just one of the things that stands out so much about Final Fantasy X is there's one particular, well, no, but Victor Ghost, it wasn't, the reason why it was the third time I had to see that was because I died the second time, or I died after the first time and had to redo it, and then the game crashed. And so if it had just been the game crashing, I wouldn't blame them for that, but it's a bit frustrating, and it's something that maybe would be moderately frustrating if I wasn't streaming, because I'd be the only person whose time I was wasting. But no, there's a particular, yes, I died trying to get back to the last save point too. Yeah, no, I have died. I think that might be the third or even the fourth time that I've seen that cutscene, because I've died, which is part of why I'm wondering. And I'm sorry, like, we're here mostly to talk about the story and the characters and things like that, but I can't help but think a little bit about design decisions and things like that. In Final Fantasy X, there is one particular boss fight that is infamous in the later half of the game, because it's hard. It's very easy to mess up. You have to figure out, like, the thing with Final Fantasy X is that it's kind of a puzzle sort of thing where you kind of have to rock, paper, scissors the boss fights and figure out kind of strategy. Like, it's one of the first Final Fantasy games, in my opinion, that actually has an element of strategy that isn't overtly a strategy game like Tactics. But in this case, it's a really hard fight, so people died a lot and had this very long unskippable cutscene ahead of it, and that was a big problem for people. And it took me several tries, and I got very frustrated. So it was like I'm having the true Final Fantasy X experience, getting annoyed about that. And I won't say what that fight is, just in case you want to play Final Fantasy X for yourself, because I strongly recommend it. I think it is probably the most playable Final Fantasy. Yeah. So it's a whole thing. But at the time, that hadn't fully been resolved. Like, cutscenes weren't really such a thing in the Super Nintendo era. And I think 10 had the most elaborate cutscenes because it was a whole new generation. And so we've kind of worked out, how do we do that? Oh, well, maybe it's we make a cutscene skippable after they've seen it the first time. And that sort of thing. In Undertale, it would make sense if, like, you had fought a boss and it kind of accelerated you through doing the thing again, which I think Deltarune does, but also you can get through conversations faster. It's not the end of the world that you can't do that here, but that, coupled with how easy it is to just die out of the blue for no reason, I mean, for no reason, it's very difficult for me. It makes it feel more punishing and less fair, and it makes me wonder what I'm doing wrong or what I could do to change the experience. And it's possible I'm just trying to find my footing, but so if you'll recall, there's this person who had their tongue stuck to the pole because they got triple dog dared. I'm gonna have to get the item to do this, which I think I know what it is. At least I'm gonna try. Do you think we can do this? And I promise I'll read the dialogue out once we have fresh dialogue. And maybe I should be reading this dialogue out because it's been 2 weeks. For those of us who watch it live anyway. Those of you on YouTube, you didn't get this until last year, or last week. So. Flowey is saying, the longer you stand around talking to me, the higher that chance of frostbite gets. Now let's go up here and see. Can I have one of your... I feel heat coming from a pile of stones. Can I have one, please? We're not lost. We can't be lost. It's our honeymoon. It's gotta be perfect, right? Yes, a year early, a week. Okay, look. My brain hasn't worked very well this week. I'm blaming daylight savings time and hoping that that's all it is and that it's not the return of last year's health issues. But I have definitely been very tired and not thinking clearly. So I apologize in advance if we have a low energy or low brain power, Lauren. All right. Next stop on our trip is supposed to be Waterfall. I hear there are glittering stones on the ceiling. It should be breathtaking and romantic. If we ever find it, that is. I want one of your stones! Can I please have one of your stones, please? Maybe I can't. I just want one of your little hot stones. I don't get a hot stone? No hot stone for me. Alas. I thought I had solved that puzzle and I apparently had not. Can I fall into the water? There's a fishing hole cut into the ice. I don't have a fishing thing. I'm really bad at this one. Do you not hide again, buddy? Crab walk dance with me. Okay. We're good. Okay, well in that case, I don't know how to get you unstuck, buddy. I don't think I can take the lava thing here. What? I definitely can't take the lava thing. Ah, so sad. Maybe some warm coffee will free my poor tongue. Okay, so we have to look for some coffee. I can look for coffee. Doesn't this look kind of like the head of that one guy? Oh! This is a fallen apart little house. Dear owners of dilapidated cabin, is somebody in trouble? Oh no. Did you get written up? Is this a notice from the guard? First, I am very sorry that your cabin is so dilapidated. Like, I don't know what happened to it, but I'm sure it was unfortunate. Amazing. Second, I'm sorry that some of your wood has gone missing. According to the Royal Guard Guidebook, section 42, paragraph 1, so long as notice is given to the original owner at least 2 business days prior, any and all eyesores can be repurposed for puzzles or other diversions. Well, I didn't know how to contact you, but consider this notice. Unfortunately, not of the prior variety, but, you know, notice. Okay, I assume this must be the very earnest bird lady. I like the bird lady. Alright, what are you gonna say, Flowey? Howdy! How are you holding up? Things aren't getting any easier, huh? It would be nice to walk through here without a hassle. I guess that's not how the world works. That's monsters for you, can never mind their own business. In any case, you're doing great. Keep it up, buddy. Oh. I'm just gonna look around your little housey. I'm not really finding anything. Not even a mousey. But there is an igloo in the middle of this house, fortunately. I'm glad. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Thanks. I mean igloo! Oh no. Ah! No! Well, so specifically, oop, shoot, I'm gonna die. Well, fortunately I did just save, and I can just save again. Considering a renovation, buddy. Alright, Flowey. Yeah. Still doing great, pal. I guess you needed extra confirmation? Don't worry, I meant it the first time just as much as the second. Your 90s movie bully expression when you say that. I very much believe that you mean it earnestly, both times. Oh, somebody made a snow castle! It's a snow castle. How cute! Excellent. Let's go up. Insomnitot. Sleepy baby. I completely relate to insomnia. Okay. I can check, sing, lecture, or hypnotize. Okay. Let's give this a try. Let's check. Insomnitot. Up past its bedtime. Relatable. Don't know what time it is and I don't care. Hi, buddy. What? Oh, these are sheeps. Insomnitot catches itself nodding off. Oh, so it's not that it can't sleep, it's that it's refusing to sleep. Got it. Okay. How's my audio balance, by the way? Sleep. Let's try singing us to sleep. You attempt to sing a quiet lullaby. Insomnitot looks bored. I see what you're doing. It's not gonna work. We're gonna lecture it on the importance of sleeping. You inform Insomnitot of the benefits of a good night's sleep. It ignores you. Yeah, I thought the music was a little loud, but okay, we're gonna go with that. You sound like my parents. Oh shoot, I'm getting Z'd. No, I'm gonna die again. Insomnitot is trying to shake the sleepiness away. I'm gonna hypnotize you, baby. You swing Insomnitot's tassel in front of its face. Yawn. Insomnitot struggles to maintain consciousness. Right, its name will be in yellow, I guess. Hypnotize. You swing Insomnitot's tassel in front of its face. I'm getting sleepy? I mean, to be fair, this is a really great song. Dying sucks, right? Right. So try not to do it again. Such a good song. Well, they are carrying on the Toby Fox tradition of making it hurt less that you died because the music is so good on the You Died screen. Welcome back! Alright. Don't say what the name of the song is if it's a spoiler. Alright, yawn. Alright, I'm gonna continue hypnotizing. Shoot, that was my fault. Okay, I'm gonna have to do something else. Ah, better. Let's see. Now I'm gonna sing now that you're sleepy. Attempt to sing a quiet lullaby, and Somnatop drifts off to sleep. You're a real good singer. Insomnatop is in its happy place. Oh, that's cute. That's really cute. The enemies are very cute in this game. Oh, there's coffee. What's this? A new customer? All right. What Sega Genesis manner of madness have we got going on here? Bam. I'm sorry, I'm distracted by this jamming tune. Who am I? Nobody of note, you know. Yeah, this is super, super Genesis-y, and that's intentional. Just the best darn salesman ever. It's fun because that's sort of been in the works before we got Delta in chapter 2. Ha! That's funny. Wham! I'm Mo. Mo, are you a ne'er-do-well? Are you a troublemaker? Anyways, the fact that you tried to get your mitts on this mug could only mean one thing. You're looking for a delicious little something to hit the spot, right? Of course, I know your type. So, you want this here beverage? I can say yes, or I can say no. I'm sorry, the music. I love the like super crunched, like ultra crunched vocal samples. Amazing. I'm sorry. Do I want this here beverage? Yeah, I want this here beverage. No, you don't. Liquids? So last season. Solids? Pah! Season before. You want to be fresh and revolutionary? I got the latest thing. Solids that used to be liquids. And, you know, haven't been sitting out in the forest for 3 weeks. I have invented the next big thing here. For the incredibly low price of 15G, you can have your very own hot chocolate pop. Sickle. It was once boring old hot chocolate, but now it's frozen to the perfect temperature. Have I piqued your interest yet? Have I piqued your instrument? I'm words. I'm words. I can't think straight. My brain is already at a disadvantage, and this music is is activating too many of my brain cells. They're not processing what's actually happening in the game. Well, so it's chocolate and cream based popsicle. Haven't piqued your interest yet? I do have to say, I very much appreciate that they are using the right form of the word peaked. Because it doesn't mean like peaked with your eyes, and it doesn't mean like peaked like the top of a mountain. Probably comes from the French because this is English. And we like to steal words. Words! I mean, one could make an argument for that as well, but we like to steal words wholesale. I mean, I can understand why people would get that wrong because they are homophones, but part of reading lots of things is supposed to help you have a better understanding of when you're dealing with a homophone for the word you thought you knew. It's actually not the same word. See, homo like same, and phone like ear, like on your headphones. Somebody get out a dictionary here. We're gonna get some words answered. What does the word peak mean according to Merriam-Webster? The dictionary of choice. No, but the thing is, it's not supposed to be that it's at the apex of your interest. It means that it caught your interest. It piques your interest, meaning that it just catches it. Okay, yeah, unfazed was one that I was wrong on. Okay, well, fine. I will take this dictionary into my own hands. All right. Merriam-Webster says pique, spelled P-I-Q-U-E, to excite or arouse, especially by a provocation, challenge, or rebuff. Did we take it from the French? I don't see the etymology. Come on. Don't let me down, Merriam-Webster. Merriam-Webster is letting me down. Well, I'm pretty sure. There you go. So it's a specific word. It has its own meaning. Wiktionary confirms we stole that from the French. Sweet. Hello, welcome to my streams. If you haven't caught one in a while, we do this now. We look up words and we talk about etymology. Does it have anything to do with anything that's going on in the game? Marginally. That's okay. It's fine. It's fine. All right, am I sold? No thanks. You sure you don't want one? You have to keep up with the times, pal. Here, I have an idea. I'll let you look at them for free. Call it a holiday special. Sweet Almonds 99, thank you for following. I don't get a lot of shipments, so I only have one of each. Let's get down to business to defeat the Huns. I want to believe there's not a streamer in the world who did not immediately make that reference upon reading this line. No, come on, folks. Oh, they're letting me down. That's disappointing. Well, here we will quote bisexual icon. Oh, what's his full name? What's his full name? The love interest from Mulan. He's got a first and a last name. Thank you. I'm glad somebody else made that connection. That's good. Li Shang, is that it? Am I getting my names confused? Okay. Anyway. That song is way better than it has any right to be. Now he has the hots for Mulan as both a man and a woman. That's why he's a bisexual icon, even if Disney is too cowardly to admit it. If you have not yet, I encourage you to look up the music video of Jackie Chan's performance of that song. It's incredible. It's everything you could possibly want it to be. I feel like I've talked about this on stream before. Why am I predictable? Anyway, hi. Pops. Here's what I got. Hot pop, cold pop, and lukewarm pop. So I can look at it. Great choice. Yes, the hot pop is actually what I need to progress the story, but I kind of want to buy one of each. You enjoy that pop, buddy. Hot pop info. Piping hot chocolate, frozen then reheated. I bet I have to hurry with it, or it's gonna turn into a... Hold on, let's see. If this were... You know... The thing is, Toby Fox is inspired by the Mother games. And if this were a Mother game, that hot pop would definitely turn into a lukewarm pop and then a cold pop if you kept it in your inventory for too long. Just saying. Hi, buddy. I'm gonna give you a hot pop. Sickle. Don't think too hard about it, Lauren. Just don't. Alright, hot pop. What? Maybe some warm coffee will free my poor tongue. No, I'm trying to give you the hot pop. Why is the hot pop not working? I am offended on my own behalf. There is an igloo here. Hi, Frostermint. I'm gonna try not to die. But it said it was hot. Yeah. I'm gonna try really hard not to die. Alright, Frostermint. I'm gonna spare you, buddy. I appreciate you wanting me to compliment you a third time, but you don't have to lean on me so much for emotional support. Thanks, Molly. You can believe in yourself a little too, pal. Amazing. I'm just trying to get a free heal, that's all. Couldn't stay away? Well, bam, take your pick. I'm the one who says bam randomly. You can't just take my thing. Salt. Oh, you get one of each. Okay. Lukewarm pop. Great choice. You enjoy that pop, buddy. Heals 8 health. Piping hot chocolate cooled to lukewarm status. Couldn't stay away? Well, bam, take your pick. Cold pop. Great choice. You enjoy that pop, buddy? Much as I'd love to keep selling pops, I'm all out. Until next time. Mo out. Bubble Pop heals 12 health. Piping hot chocolate, cooled cold. Is this the way I'm supposed to go? This looks kind of like I'm supposed to go here. It's the no cone. Comes to see if you are made of fire. You aren't. Okay. Is that your telekinesis causing ice cream to float over you, or... Man, you should be so proud of me. I had friends who went to a cave, and not just any old cave. The caverns where my family discovered my phobia. And my friends shared photos of their adventures, and I told them how pretty the rocks were. I did great. I'm so proud of myself. Speaking of things I'm afraid of. I love this guy's like little like vampiric underbite and unibrow. He's very cool. I'm gonna check you. No cone. One ski short of a snowmobile. No cone near fire, bright pretty. No cone like bright pretty. Why are there cherries? No cone is pointing excitedly at something in the distance. It looks to be a tree. Alright. What happens if I encourage you? You encourage No Cone to follow his dreams. No Cone wants to see fire. No Cone pursue fire dream. Oh no, he's gonna set fire on me. Oh, those are... Ah! Wait, I wonder if I hit the orange one, if that's actually gonna help me. Alright. Educate. You patiently explain the dangers of an open flame. No Cone seems receptive. Fire hot melt No Cone. No Cone not know this. You good friend to No Cone. Ah! No Cone has been enlightened. That's all it takes. That is a big snow castle. It's a snow castle. How cute. You open the doors. There's another door. You open the drawbridge. Oh, it's a drawbridge. Thank you, narration. I thought it was another door. Your head hurts too much to keep going. No, I believe in you. Oh my god. Amazing. No, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. See if I can try to not die. Oops. Okay, so the orange ones. Oh, right. Wait. You hold still for blue and move through orange, and one of these days, I might be capable of remembering that. But, don't count on it. Sorry, Flowey, but I need a heal and a save. I really appreciate the dialogue. So wait, what's this way then? You suddenly feel like taking a nap. I could just run away. I feel like fighting two guys at once is too many. Well, I did just save. We can see what happens. And hypnotize you. Yawn. that song. Ah, shoot. Shoot! Shoot! Cool things happen 24 hours a day. I don't want to sleep through it all. Shoot, timing of that wrong. The smell of French fries wafts past you. Why is it French fries? Shoot. Oh, like tater tots. Oh no, that's the worst. Amazing. Smiling at its dream. Man, Flowey's gonna be so mad at me. You are a strange looking fella. Get quite a long neck there, buddy. And really big eyes. I can relate to that part, though. I read something in a book once. It said, if life comes at you too fast, press B and take it slow. Whatever that means. You know, I read something else in that same book. It said, eat food to stay strong and healthy. That one is plain obvious. Want to know another excerpt from that book? It said, please stop talking to me. I've exhausted my book quotes. A very wise book indeed. Good. Excellent. Well done. Take the ice pellets? Sure. Obtained ice pellets. An old and fragile tree. Okay, well, that would be a weapon if I wanted to fight anything, but I don't. You can't make me. You can't make me. I'm not gonna. I just don't want to have to redo everything, so I'm gonna save a lot. It's gonna have like number of saves. It's gonna be like, Lauren, you might have a problem, and I'll be like, yeah, I do. Maybe that means I'm gonna get new armor soon, though. I would like that. I would like to get new armor. Okay. I thought that castle might actually be a place I could go. Why is there a wall here? I want to go back. Oh, okay. Why is there a wall here? Oh! I feel like the original Undertale had way fewer salesmen and delivery people on the way to Snowdin. I'm very glad to know that we've got a bunch of whale puns happening. But do you see the cute little hat? Oh boy, oh gee, a customer. I'm nervous. I'm a mail whale from the Underground Postal Service. Oh, UGPS, Underground Postal Service, a mail whale. Haven't heard of us? We're the best. For short, just call us UGPS. So I hear you're new to the Underground. How, you ask? Well, word sure gets around. I see what we're doing here. The Underground is great and it keeps getting better. 'Cause I brought for you your very first letter. Oh my god. Oh my god. You received mail! I love that is like, it gets a little like, yeah, and everything is like slow in all caps for like the maximum. Yeah. That was a special letter from us to you. Do you feel welcome now? I hope you do. Isn't the mail system a wonderful innovation? What are you going to do with that? If you ever want to use it, just come to a station. Okay, that works. They look just like this and they're scattered all about. If you want to receive some mail, find one and give a shout. We assure you they are conveniently situated. Here at UGPS, we're anything but dated. Talking and sharing, all using mail from your underground friends, but that's all for this whale. Now I must be off. The mail mustn't be late. See you later on in your journey, mate. It's like a singing telegram, is what that is. I got a singing telegram from the mail whale. All right. I gotta read my letter. Where's my letter? Where's my letter? I thought I got a letter. Where's my letter? Where's my letter? No. Mail. It'd be under mail. That means I'm gonna get enough mail that it warrants having its own section. Intro letter. Oh, yeah. Read, pin, or drop. Interesting. I don't know why you would pin a letter, but we'll figure that out. Come, new friend, right here to our space. Whether you roam or stay in one place, we hope you have friends with fun letters to send and always a smile on your face. Here's some more mail without any stress. Hope to see you again. Okay, are they trying to rhyme again with friend and send? Because we've got A, B, C, B, A, B, D, E, A? That works. That works. Also, it's like got this like little like symbol thing at the bottom there that gets cut off at the end. I wonder if each one plays a slightly different tune. We'll find out. Well, that's exciting. Oh no, that's just the theme. Da 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 da. Do you have mail to claim? Let's take a look. You don't. What a shame. If you want to check again, just ring the bell. Until we meet again, I bid you farewell. All right. Oh, am I gonna get yelled at? Sorry, I wanted to read the sign. Hello again, friend. Do you have mail to claim? Let's take a look. You don't. Okay, so it's the exact same thing. So I do not get yelled at for doing this in repetition. That's good. That's probably good for everybody. Oh, look at that. A save point. And it looks like a snowman in the making over there. Howdy. Must say, I didn't remember this place being so, colorful. Really can't go 2 seconds without getting harassed around here. Hasn't anyone heard of personal space? Unless someone can mail you to Asgore, I don't see why we need them. Anyway, let's get a move on. Time's a-wastin'. The remnants of a snowman. Once full of life. Now full of potential for new life. I can't push it. I can't put this on its head. I think I'm stuck. Did I go the other way? Was there another way? Did I miss it? That is a really big cup of coffee. Am I gonna have to use that? I'm trying to remember. Well, I'm gonna have to backtrack anyway to go try to free that kid, ideally. With this giant cup of coffee that might be a boss fight. Let's find out. Hey, watch it. Oh, would you look at that? I think this chump wants to pass. Swig, toast, come over here. Oh my god. Am I gonna fight the breakfast bunch? Oh my god. I'm gonna fight the breakfast bunch for bosses? That's amazing. Yeah, boss? What's up? You need a shave again? Shave. It's definitely a gang. Maybe not the breakfast bunch. Maybe it's just the coffee gang. We'll see. We got ourselves some fresh meat. Ha! You ain't getting nowhere, small fry. Yeah, not nowhere. Will you two put a lid on it? Anyway, the name's Refill. 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 Fill, but again. Appropriate. I'm the boss of the world-renowned gang, the Shufflers. Okay, there's no way I could have guessed the Shufflers was what the coffee gang was going to be called. We rule this town. If you want to pass, you're going to have to go through us. Whoa, whoa, whoa! No need to start a fight. Let's be civil here. Do you attempt to attack everyone you encounter? Calm down, will ya? Jeez. I like that it goes to a battle. And then they yell at you when it goes out of a battle. We Shufflers prefer to settle things in a more dignified manner. We're gonna dance? Do I have to guess which one you are from behind? It's gonna be the cup game, the shuffle. Oh, it is, isn't it? Oh no. Okay. You catch my drift? We would like to propose a challenge. A game of sorts. We'll take this ball here and hide it under what was. Yeah. Yeah, you will. That is exactly what we're doing here. Next, we'll shuffle around. When we finish, you'll have to guess who has the ball. We'll do this 3 times in a row. You win, you can pass. You lose, we'll sit here blocking you for all eternity. You're picking up what I'm putting down? Yeah. I don't know that I even consciously knew that was called like a shuffle, but that's a shuffle. It's a shuffle. That's why they're called the Shufflers. They didn't make that up, I don't think. It's like shuffling cards, but not cards. There was some game that I was really good at this minigame in, but I don't know that I'm any good with it. I don't know that I'm any good at it. We'll find out overall. It might be called the cup game. I don't know. Let's pick up what he's putting down. That makes things easy then. Here we go. Okay, hold on. Nice eye, kid. Keep it up. You're doing good, kid. Now don't let it go to your head. Okay, it's gonna be way harder. And so the instrumentation in this feels like a Steven Universe track. And I want to start doing Stronger Than You over this bass line and things. It can't be just me. I think it's one of these two. But I don't know which one. Yes, I wasn't 100% sure, but I got it. Boss, I think the little punk beat us. The ultimate insult. Nice. Nice. Well, it's a little easier because what I was doing, at least for the first two, is I put my finger on the cup and I was sliding my finger around as the cup was sliding around. That's a thing you can do if it's on a screen that you can't do in person. It's a little trickier that time, but I had a general idea. Like, there was a little bit of flipping that wasn't quite clear to me which was which. So, but I got it. Yay. All right. That must have been a lucky guess. There's no way a glass of spoiled milk like you could beat us. What an insult. Oh, that's a good one. You're a glass of spoiled milk. Now, Toast, let's simmer down. There ain't nothing to get heated over. The kid beat us fair and square. The shufflers ain't nothing if not true to their word. Ain't that right? Yeah, boss, the shuffler always keeps their word. Yeah, always. Now, kid, we'll let you pass on through. You've earned yourself a powerful friend in the shufflers today. All you gotta do is remember the name, and we'll be on your side if you ever need us. Shufflers always protect a friend, right, boys? Yeah, you got a problem, we can handle it. Yeah, handle. Because I love that I'm like, it's gonna be a boss fight, and the game's like, it's a boss fight. And the characters are like, oh, wait, hold up, what is wrong with you? Why do you think this is a boss fight? Amazing. You're in the Shuffler's neighborhood now. You want to pass through here, you're gonna have to get through us. We got a real hard game for you. Only one monster ever got past us. Oh, that was you, wasn't it? Sorry about that. Oh, man. You spreading the word of the Shuffler's reign yet? It's pretty nice knowing we got someone out there, you know? It's stressful having to run the gang and run our publicity, too. And remember, you ever need anything, we'll be here. There's always more monsters that need an inconveniencing, you get me? You best be behaving out there, kid. Do the Shufflers proud. If you don't, you might wind up an old discarded teabag. You catch my drift? Oh my god. They're amazing. Oh, there's the resort. Okay, yeah, but I want to rescue this kid that stuck their tongue. What you waiting around for? You have a job to do. There was another route I had. But I don't know if we were actually ever able to talk to this fella in the original. Oh man, hi! Hi! Humph, 238. Humph, 239. At this pace, Ice Wolf is ready for new job in no time. Oh, is Ice Wolf Russian? There's an absence of articles here, which indicates originally speaking an Eastern European language that does not use articles. And that would make sense, because they have a lot of cold weather there. New job is very important for Ice Wolf. Ice Wolf needs money for new pants. Humph, humph, humph. No matter how much they throw this ice into the river, the pile never lessens. Okay. That is impressive. Can I get in the way? I want to get in the way. I can't get in the way. Can I? Okay, fine. Well, that was still really fun, even if it's just an Easter egg. Amazing. Yeah, okay, look, Dominic, I'm just gonna go out on a limb here and say that given that Sisyphus is, you know, in the horniest game made in 2021 or 2020, yeah, 2020, there's that, yeah, I'm sure there. I'm sure you've got plenty of naughty fanfic. Not to mention that people do actually write fanfic just about Greek mythology, which is great. It's good fun. It makes me very happy. I approve of it. Look, I get it. You want to be thorough. 2 saves is no better than 1, kid. We got places to see. Warm places, most of them. Let's get going. Look, I hadn't played Hades at the time, so I was having to dodge Hades content right and left, and there was a lot of naughty content. People were sad and lonely and trapped at home, and Hades was there like a balm for their imagination. Alright, Honeydew Resort. Oh my god. It's a bear with bees. This is gonna be a resort owned by bears. I'm pretty sure there's an indie game that is that. You know what this is? This is a guitar. You know what I like? Guitar. Oh! It's pretty! Well, and one of the things that's so great about the Undertale soundtrack specifically being remixed like this is that Toby Fox has already done so much of this with his own music that it's very fitting for somebody else to do the same thing, you know, like of all soundtracks. Oh, pretty, 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 pretty guitar. And then it loops, okay. Welcome to the Honeydew Resort. North, the Honeydew Lodge. Northwest, the Honeydew Hot Spring. East, exit Snowdin. New friends. That one looks like they might... Now this is what I'm talking about. A perfect place to relax and de-stress. Well, not perfect, a bit crowded for my taste. At least that keeps things interesting. He's a bit of a misanthrope. This one right here looks like they might be the same kind of being as Grillby. You know? Hey, have you seen those loiterers outside? They keep telling me they're a well-renowned gang, but I've never heard of them before. Maybe I really am getting to be out of the loop. Maybe I'll check out the band inside. Band? I hear they're pretty kickin'. I hope I'm hip enough to appreciate them at least. Kickin'. Is that a thing? Do kids these days say kickin'? A cozy looking campfire. The sweet scent of honeysuckle is wafting from the flames. Honeysuckle is actually one of my favorite smells in the entire world. So, wait. That is a smiley face on the log with a sock stuck to it. What? Nothing like avoiding life's responsibilities by lounging all day. Are you like a hippo holding a star? I'm trying to figure out what your face is. Been here for 2 weeks. Hit the same spot every day. It's so easy to lose yourself out here. I don't even know if I have a job to go back to. It's pretty great. Maybe it would be nice if I was fired. I'll just go live in the wild and find my own food. That should be everyone's goal in life. I don't know. I'm gonna be here a while. Know any good campfire songs? Probably. I am a cowboy. Cow them. Cowpoke. I don't get to comment on the... This is not a person. Oh my god, okay. That appears to have honey in it. The sign will say... This way to the hot spring. We got a bear who has honey and a bee. I'm not sure what's going on here. Hunting Griffin. Oh! Hey, Twitch just let me know I had set a follower goal. 5,000. We hit it just now. Congratulations, folks. Thank you very much, Hunting Griffin. You're the 5,000th follower. I've only been streaming for like 8 years. But I am a niche streamer. So for a niche streamer, 5,000 is a pretty big number, and I will definitely take it. Okay, that's true. Internet nice would be 69,420. Well, you could reverse those numbers. Anyway, no pressure. You're allowed to be a lurker. You don't actually have to say anything, but thank you. And to everybody else who's followed this stream, thank you. Or in a while. Like, we've had a bunch of new folks come by, and I really appreciate that. Even though everything went down with me quitting Disco Elysium, I appreciate that all of you folks are still here, that some of you have joined since then. So thank you for being here. I hope you enjoy your stay. I hope you enjoy your time. Maybe I should do a concert to celebrate hitting a goal. That seems good, right? Maybe we can do something like that this weekend. I'll check and see if there's a time that my roommate's going to be out so I won't annoy her. Oh, thank you, Mr. Flamingo. Did you watch it back in the day, or did you catch it on YouTube? This has been a few years. I love that you're actually hot pink. I don't know if you can set that yourself or if that's just a matter of luck, but Mr. Flamingo should be hot pink. Dare we say flamingo pink? Sorry, I'm just having a little moment. Well, thank you, Fox. I appreciate you being here. Appreciate your positivity and cheerfulness. Okay, well, Mr. Flamingo, clearly Twitch wanted to make sure that you got to have your chat in style tonight. How are you, Hunting Griffin? Welcome. Are you an Undertale fan? This game does have pretty good Undertale vibes. The puns are absolutely dreadful in the best possible way. I have groaned several times, as I should. And as has been pointed out, the animations are far beyond what Toby Fox does on his own. Yeah, what do you think? I haven't really picked up my flute much in a while. Should we do a flute concert this weekend? I know I was supposed to do one as a belated birthday thing, but like, that didn't happen. But I can try to do a concert this weekend, maybe. As long as you don't mind that I am a little out of practice. I got some Undertale music in my repertoire. In fact, if people subscribe, you'll hear a little bit of a theme that will sound familiar that I recorded on flute back in like 2016 or 2017 and that I've been using ever since. I hit 5K on Pi Day. That rhymes. Kinda. I'm gonna take it. Thank you. Yay. Well, that feels special. I feel like if I were a normal streamer, there would be like sparklers and confetti and like things flying across the screen and stuff. But I don't have any of those. So I'm afraid all you're gonna get is my appreciation and a little bit of relatively low-key cheerfulness on my part. But you know, I've had a stressful, or at least a very tired week. This is a nice thing. Thank you. I don't know if I say it often enough, but thank you for all of you for sticking around whether it's those of you like Chrono who've been here since I started in like, what, God, 2015? Or those of you who have been here and this is your first time, this is your first game following me on, or you were on YouTube for a while and decided to make the plunge and jump over here on Twitch, or if you're watching this on YouTube after the fact, thank you all for being here. Like, I recognize that there are many things you could do with your time, and I like that you choose to spend it with me. Streaming at its best is one of my favorite things to do. It's really fun. It's like playing a game with friends hanging out. And, I mean, that's why when it stops being that, even if it's like big success or whatever, I don't want that. I want it to have that feeling. I want it to feel like I'm a person here playing a video game and you're hanging out with me. Thank you, Resolution. Blaze? I call you Blaze. Is that okay? Otherwise I'll call you Rez, which was the name of a character in a tabletop game I played. Not my character, another player. Oh man, 2017. 2017 was, I believe, there were a lot of games then. 2017 was the year that I thought my channel might actually grow. Then 2018 happened and my personal life got in the way, but you know, it's fine. I made a lot of good friends then and got some good things established then. All right, well, I might call you Blaze because I think that's easier for my brain. We'll see if my memory can hold on to that. But yeah, thank you for being here. In my weird, slow little corner of the internet. Thank you for proving that, I don't know, I don't have to be a content creator creating content to be consumed by content consumers. You know? We're just a bunch of people sitting around liking video games, making silly jokes, looking words up in the dictionary, and grooving to good music. It's a good way to be, I think. Anyway. Yeah. I guess I should probably actually get back to playing the game. It's just, that's nice. I appreciate it. Thank you for being part of the 5,000. All right. Looks like this bear fell asleep on its way to the resort. It has jars of honey tied to its back. They're getting cold. Oh, I guess that would make sense. But it also has a beehive on its back. So I feel like if you look at the face of this bear and you compare it to the face of our little vampire buddy, half. Sorry. I feel like we have somebody's art style that is showing up that is not the same as Toby Fox's art style. And that's cute. Okay, so I can go inside. I can go to the hot springs. Or I can go on. It does kind of look like a dark wizard wearing a hood instead of a bear going, ah! Thanks, Chrono. Man, I love Suikoden so much. It's like a saloon because I'm playing as a cow poke. Amazing. I mean, they do have a standing base. They ought to have a saxophonist. Oh look, there's the Delta rune of sorts. How's it hanging? The name's Rodney. I'm the leader of our little band here. We travel all around the underground performing for the monsters. This resort is a regular gig. Care to hear a tune? Yes, please. Sounds good, friend. Here's one for the monsters that like a little time to themselves. So when it comes to writing music, using the kinds of tools that I suspect that they're doing, where you're writing in MIDI basically, there's a couple of ways that you can do it. You can record yourself playing it on a keyboard or a MIDI controller, or you can program it in where you're clicking with your mouse. I have really strongly gotten the vibes while playing this game that this is written by somebody who is playing a sweet piano, keyboard solo or guitar solo. If that triangle guy is in fact the Sona of the composer, then the composer is a keyboardist, and I am correct. Which it feels like, it sounds like it's been recorded live. It feels like it's been played live, as opposed to being programmed in. There's a certain way where you can hear things sounds like it's being played on a keyboard specifically. Or like if you sit down and you try to learn video game music on your instrument, sometimes you're like, oh, this part that I'm playing on this instrument that's supposed to be this instrument in the game was written by somebody who kind of understands how this instrument's supposed to work on a flute. But a lot of times I'm like, oh, this was written by a keyboard player. Well, I'll do my best. Care for a tune, my dude? Yes. Dude, non-specific. That happens. Here's a mysterious song full of new discoveries. We're gonna just change the tempo and time, maybe time of signature, because we can. I want to believe that they made a special bunch of remixes solely for this. You know what you're getting into by having a thing like this. Like, you can't give me a jukebox and not expect me to use it. Right? Right? Here's one for the monsters that like a little time to themselves. Oh, okay, fine. They can repeat it. What's up? Glad you could stop by for a listen. Mind if I ask you a question? Which are better, minor scales or major scales? I have an opinion on this subject. If you know music and you know me, well, even if you don't know music, if you know me at all, you know my tastes run towards melodrama and tragedy. There is only one option for melodrama and tragedy. And that's the minor keys. I am more likely to like a song if it's in the minor keys. Whoa, hey, really? You appreciate the bittersweet sound of a minor scale? I sure do, my friend. I never thought I'd find another fan. No one around here appreciates them like I do. Not even my bandmates. You need both to coexist, but minor just flows better, you know? Yeah. You do need both, that's true. You're pretty cool. We should jam sometime. I'd be so down. Maybe I'll run into the folks who works on this at some event sometime. I will totally jam with them. I'll be at VGM Con next month. Confession time. I claim to be a musician, but I know nothing about reading sheet music, scales, intervals, or any of that. Man, you're a drummer. You're fine. Do you have a sense of the rhythm? Do you have like, can you keep time? Then you're probably fine. You probably know your own lingo, because percussion lingo is its own thing that I don't speak fluently. People will be like, what do you imagine the drums doing in this part? And I'm like, I have no idea. That's why I just hit things with sticks rhythmically for a living. Amazing. Yeah. Also, you have to move more limbs than any other instrument. Just goes to show you don't need smarts to be a cool dude. I want to believe that these are actually each of the musicians. Well, and it is really fun though to contrast. So string bass is an instrument that you will be able to read either sheet music like on a classical level or like lead sheets and stuff on a jazz level, or both. If you're playing that instrument, that is not going to be one that you're just playing because I just picked it up one day, you know? So I like that the string bass player is the one who's like, do you have opinions about keys? And I'm like, I do. And then the drummer's just like, what's a key, man? I don't even know what a scale is. I just hit things. Of course, a lot of drummers have a lot of specialized knowledge. In fact, a lot of drummers play different percussion instruments if they have been trained, but also it's super valid to be self-trained. Again, I must point out, as I've pointed out before, Toby Fox is not a trained musician. I think he said he took piano lessons for like a few months. Most of what he's done has been because he listened to music and copied and arranged and remixed music and started making his own music and got feedback from other people and learned to do it better. There are things that you can learn on your own. There are things that it helps to learn from other people. But really, at the end of the day, if you don't have education available to you, or you don't feel up to it for whatever reason, like, make the thing you want to make anyway. You might not know some shortcuts, but you'll also not be constrained by the rules. So just make stuff, man. Just make stuff. And if some of it's bad, that's fine. That's how it goes when you make stuff. Sometimes it's bad, then it gets better. Yeah, I knew Chrono was going to agree with me on this. All right. This has been, you hear sounds coming from the plant. What? Why is the plant making, no, but what kind of sound? What kind of, you can't just say that and then not give me descriptions. You can't do that, Undertale Yellow. Okay, look. There's two of us with cowboy hats. And yours is more like to the side. Wait, you've kind of got Ralsei coloring. Hey kid, the getup. I'm guessing you're from the dunes, eh? Wacky place that is. I'm probably the only other one here that's been around those parts. Some monsters avoid it due to the dryness and high temperature. What's a kid like you doing hanging with those wild guys, eh? Don't look so confused. I'm just messing with you. Okay, so there's dunes and the cowboys are in the dunes. And there's bad dudes out there. And it's a rough and tough environment. You gotta try the pancakes here. My favorite food. They're the main reason I traveled all this way. Are you a bad enough Dune? Man, have you folks watched the Dune movies? I've heard that the first one is slow and the second one is really good and makes the first one all of the stuff that they did in the first one lay the groundwork. So like, I hope it's good. I read Dune many, many years ago and I watched the old movie, but I haven't gotten around to watching them yet because I don't watch things. But I hope it's good. If you like Dune, I hope you liked that Dune. Oh my god. Oh my gosh, they're cute. Welcome to the Honeydew Resort. Please look around. Was that the line? Honeydew coffee. Heals 14 HP. It'll warm you right up. I bet I can bring this to the kid out there. Honeydew pancake. Heals 16 HP. Comes with honey syrup. Honeydew is a melon. Nobody tell them that. I don't want to crush their dreams. GB Bear. It's shaped like my face. Great Big Bear? If they don't tell me anything else, I'm gonna call it Great Big Bear. honeydew pin. That would go great on your hat. Take less damage? I think so. Yes. Looks like you're full. Oh no. Does it look bad? Oh. Oh, you're so cute. Talk. I'm gonna talk. This resort. Well, this resort has been a family business for years. Oh my god, I love the detailed animations. They're so cute and so, like, impressive. Like, we gotta look at what's on the shelves here because this is inspired by a Toby Fox game. Okay, so we've got coffee cups on the far left and a coffee maker and a plant. The menu. There's a little bear photo picture. Family photo. Words. Look. Words are hard, okay? You got a bird, a star, a light bulb, a ribbon, a portrait, a beehive, a little bear, an arrow and a snow globe, a bee, a cup, and a canister of something. Oh, I just noticed that the toaster has a face. And there's pancakes. Amazing. This resort has been a family business for years. We use local honey in all of our goodies while providing a warm place to visit. It was started by my great-great-uncle back in... Or was it my great-great-grandfather? Oh my god. Do you see the cute little face? Very thoughtful. Oh, I'm very concerned. I can't answer this customer's simple question. I'm not cut out for this job. You want to talk? There's more to say about this resort. So, more about this place. God, did you see the amount of expressions that we're going through? Like, it's just beautifully animated. I love it. Our amenities are neat. The honey cooler, our coveted latte machine. Oh, and the space heater. That's a special one. It was donated to us by a real nice engineer by the name of Chujin. His apprentice helped as well. He worked in the steamworks ages ago when it was, you know, operational. Of course, everyone around here knew him for his generosity and soft smile. Always wanted to make people feel welcome. The heat from that machine often reminds me of those days. I hope it does you too, if you were there, which you weren't. Oh, shut up now. No, social anxiety bear, it's okay. So determined to have conversations. How's business? It's better than ever. This is the place to be in Snowdin. Some come for the band, some for the hot spring. But the monsters love our coffee the most. I don't blame them one bit. It's a sweet blend of coffee beans, hazelnut creamer, and honey straight from the forest. I would drink so much of that. Turns out I can have coffee now. That's the difference between me now and me when I played Undertale. Changed a few diagnoses and requirements and things, and it turns out I can have caffeine. Oh no, look at that expression. I've already had 13 cups this morning. Oh no, allergic to hazelnuts. Oh, I'm sorry. Hazelnuts go so well with chocolate. There is apparently in Canada an alternative to Kit Kat that's like a Kit Kat with some hazelnut in it. That one of my friends let me know about. Now I have to track it down and eat it. Alright, the band. The band? Let's see. We have a few acts that come here to play. The band is a very popular one from Hotland. Oh, you should totally hear their new single. I especially love the chorus. It's so good and oh no. I've just been talking about what I like. You must be so bored. I'm so sorry, social anxiety bear. Well, peanuts are actually a ground nut. So if hazelnuts are tree nuts, then the question would be walnuts and pecans, if those are safe for you. Oh, legumes. Yeah. I'm sorry though. Nut allergies are rough. This is why I don't like conversations. Oh hey, so by the way, just in case anyone is in the vicinity of Southern Ontario, I will be doing my Overcoming Shyness panel at Anime North, apparently, this year. So look forward to that, where I will talk about stuff like this. And while I completely understand the temptation to do this and how I have done this before, I will give you some tips on not doing that. I actually have a recording of that panel from MAGFest, and I've been thinking about putting it up on YouTube. I don't know if I should or not. MAGFest put it up on YouTube, but I don't know if I should put it on my channel. I haven't been able to watch it myself to see whether it's terrible. Yeah, MAGFest put it up. And then they sent it to me when I asked them to. It's funny, actually. I was just like, hey, can I have this? And they were like, yeah, we'll email it to you. And they didn't even check. I guess they just have all the records. They're like, this one wanted it. Yeah, well, the thing is, shyness frequently comes from a sense of insecurity or self-doubt. Like, that's really where it comes from. Whether it's, I don't have anything to say, nobody wants to hear what I have to talk about, I don't know how to do conversations, that person is way cooler than me. Like, there's a lot of that. Everybody may have their own flavor, but I think that's largely where shyness comes from. Because one thing I've learned from doing that panel for years is that when you tell somebody, this is a space in which everybody in the room has voluntarily identified themselves as either somebody who struggles with this or somebody who is here specifically to support people who struggle with this. So this is as safe as it gets. Those shy people, a lot of them, not everybody, there are people for whom like even that is too much, and I understand that, but like the first time I did Overcoming Shyness, I had a section where I was like, turn to the person next to you and say hello, and I expected it to be like, hi, but instead I had to like quiet the room down and be like, stop talking, guys. I have to finish my panel. Because when you take away that fear, for a lot of people, taking away that fear actually eliminates what's causing so much of the problem. So then the thing to work on for them is, how do we get past the fear? Because you have a lot of the other things that go into conversation if you can just allow yourself. Now, talking about having to manually think your way through conversations, I actually do a lot of that. There's nothing wrong with that. It's a thing that the more you practice it, the less you have to consciously plan through a skill tree, or not skill tree, a dialogue tree, because you've been through enough dialogue trees that you kind of begin to get a sense for how things go. But if you have to plan things in advance and do scripted conversations for a while, do scripted conversations. Practice getting more comfortable with conversations by entering into conversations that are by their very nature scripted, such as calling up the pizza place to place an order instead of doing it online. Which I know is scary, but it actually, as conversations go, like, that is a very direct dialogue tree situation. They're going to ask you specific questions. You can even plan in advance and make yourself a little checklist of what you think they're going to ask and your answer. And do that sort of thing. Or, like, you know, go to the grocery store and have a stock set of questions that you ask, that you know are questions that you can ask in that situation, or comments that you can make, and just practice saying them. And the more you do that, you build up experience, and you'll get those first couple of levels that you might be struggling with, and then you can start building up more things. But one of the things that I like to go over in my panels is scripting conversations, getting a sense for, like, what kind of ways can I begin a conversation? How do I get a back and forth? And it takes a little while, even once you've got, like, the theory. Executing it takes practice, and so you just kind of gotta find an environment in which you are allowed, or you allow yourself to practice. Yet calling the pizza place was a scary thing for me as a kid. That my parents said, you can't have pizza if you don't order it. And I was like, okay, fine. I will write down what are they going to ask and what am I going to say on a sticky note next to the phone. And that's what I did. And it worked. It was great. Sometimes they would go off script and I would freak out. But yeah, and as a result, now I'm less scared of the phone. But I do sometimes have to plan in advance, like what is going to happen. I don't like not knowing what's going to happen. I get really stressed out if I don't know how something works, if I'm about to go into a situation for the first time. So I get that. Anyway, I like talking about this stuff. I've gathered a lot of notes. People are like, Lauren, she talks a lot. She's just magically great at talking. And I'm like, I am full of so much social anxiety. I have had to fight my way back from it several times. So I get that. And had to relearn how to have conversations with strangers. But also I have to move to places where conversations with strangers are allowed because it's part of how I engage with the world. And if I can't do it, I get really depressed. So like, I understand all facets in theory or in practice. So this is why I do my Overcoming Shyness and Making Friends panel, which yes, that is an Earthbound reference. Maybe I will put it up on YouTube if folks are interested. Anyway, that's a tangent. Well, Blaze, there are ways to practice talking about that. One of the things that I recommend if you're trying to get a sense for the flow of conversations in person, because talking like this is different kind of, because we all kind of already know each other. There's already something established, and you can also erase and retype and erase and retype your messages. But if you're trying to figure out kind of like how do I engage with people on things, I like doing this panel at conventions. Sorry, do you folks mind that I'm using the socially anxious bear as an excuse to just talk about social anxiety and talking to people and things? So I like doing the panel at nerd conventions and things like that because people there are likely to have something in common with you. But if you're putting yourself in a place where you're going to run into other people who have that thing in common, like if you like go to board game night or something like that, like then again you kind of got this like kind of like a cheat sheet where you're like, I know that a person here is probably going to have something in common with me. And furthermore, one of the things about us nerds, we tend to collect things that indicate what we like. And so sometimes you can see them on people's laptops or phones. Why, yes, that is the Undertale sticker that I just finally stuck in my laptop after having kept it for years. So what you can do if you're in a place like that where the nerds are signaling their nerdery, are they wearing a shirt that's a nerd thing? Do they have keychains? Is there something on their phone? Like what? You can sit, you can like, don't like stare into their soul, but you can kind of look at a person and be like, that person has a keychain from Fire Emblem. I really like Fire Emblem. Okay. That person. I'm going to talk to that person. What character is that? Okay, I'm going to talk to them. I'm going to say, hey, I'm going to ask them about that, and we're going to talk about Fire Emblem. And then if they don't seem interested, I'm going to walk past. You can kind of talk through this a bit and be like, okay, am I ready to go? I've got a couple of opening lines. I've got a couple of things I might want to talk to them about. Okay, all right, I'm ready. And then you go. Like, you can take your time. You can think through this. You can make a plan. It's totally fine. Like, you can be like, especially if you're a person who forgets on the spot, you can be like, oh, who's that character again? Right. My favorite character is this character who's related to that. I wonder if they like that one. So you kind of like, okay, I've got a couple of topics in my head. And then you go up and you are like, hey, I couldn't help but notice you have so-and-so keychain on your bag. Are you a fan of the Fire Emblem series? So you take an entry point. They are signaling because they want. Like, imagine you have a keychain of your favorite thing and somebody out of the blue comes up to you and is like, I love that too. And you're like, yay. That you're about to gift someone with that yay. And you took the pressure of initiating the conversation off of them, which is great. But then you ask them a question and then you genuinely listen to their answer. And then you can comment on that, or ask another question, or give your answer to that question. But make sure that you are listening because you want to know about this person and not just waiting for your chance to talk. But ideally, a conversation can be kind of like a ping pong thing where you're going questions back and forth. And it can be like question, comment, question, comment, question, comment. And ideally, like, they'll kind of bounce off, well, what about you? Like, do you play other games? Like, are you an old school Fire Emblem fan? And kind of going from there, eventually you'll find like common ground. The one thing to do is to make sure that if you have just shared your opinion and you feel like you might have talked a lot, you can be like, sorry, I get really excited when it comes to Fire Emblem and I talk a lot, but I want to hear what you have to say. You can say that. You're allowed to say that. Don't pull out the hammer and mash yourself on the head with self-deprecation. None of this, oh, I'm the worst. I talk so much. Oh, I bet I'm driving you crazy. No. Little teeny tiny explanation. I really like to talk about this, but I really want to hear from you. What do you think? And then they can dive in. So yeah, no, like things to comment on to initiate conversation. If you have nerd stuff in common, you can ask them about the nerd stuff. I think I've messed with my camera. Hello, camera. Camera's decided that we're blurry. I'm sorry. But no, there are some things you can do if you're at an event. If it's your first time at an event. Hey, so this is my first time at MAGFest. Is this your first time at MAGFest? No, I've been here like 8 years. Is there anything that I absolutely need to make sure I do? Board game night? Like, oh, have you been here before? What are your favorite board games? Could you explain this one to me? God, you know what board game people like? Telling you about their favorite board game. Yeah, no, I will put a timestamp on YouTube, but this is, okay, I will put my panel up, because this is the kind of stuff I go over. But yeah, like you can put together a bunch of these questions and stuff. If you want to practice talking to strangers who are like normies, talk about the weather. Talk about how we've been waiting in line for a while. Little things like that, to practice. If you're really nervous about talking to people and you want to practice talking in a really low stress environment, I recommend bite-sized interactions, like teeny tiny, like you're fighting a slime. Like this is like a 1 HP encounter. At the grocery store, there's the person who's checking out your stuff. You can comment on like the weather. It's been really crazy lately. Sure has been hot. Really looking forward to this weekend not being hot. I originally grew up in Texas, can you tell? Or like, man, it sure is busy in here. I hope that the rest of your shift goes smoother. Things like that. Just say little comments like that. It's much, because the thing is, like, if you flub it, that's fine. Worst case scenario, if you somehow say something really, really bizarre and strange, you've just given them the thing that they're gonna get joy from for the rest of the day. Somebody got stressed out and said something weird, but most likely you're just gonna be one more person who's like stressed out in a day full of stressed out people, and they won't notice or mind. So you just like say your thing, have a nice day, and you walk out. If you really want to practice this at a grocery store that isn't your usual grocery store, so you never have to see that person again, that's also an option. And yeah, it's good to be nice to retail workers too. I always try to chat with them and see how they're doing. Give them a chance. Be like, hey, how's your day been? I hope it hasn't been too stressful. Have people been okay? Especially around the holidays, give people a little outlet to vent. Be like, oh my god, I'm so sorry you have to work during the holidays. I really hope people behave. And they'll be like, you would not believe what this lady did yesterday. It's great fun. Be also complimenting people is a nice way. Like for a drive-by conversation. Nice hair. I love your jacket. Those are the coolest boots I've ever seen. It has to be genuine. But like, you can just say that. And the person will be like, oh, thanks. And then you keep walking and you've made their day better, your day's better. You just got conversation points talking to a stranger. Well done. And maybe they'll be like, oh, hey, you've got cool boots too. Wait, that shirt, is that a Dragon Ball shirt? And then a conversation happens. So yeah, there's some tips. Because the thing about talking to people is that it is a skill. And skills you get levels or points in skills with experience. And even if you're starting from a point where you don't get things, even if you're starting from a point where you're like, I don't know how any of this works, start where you are, meet where you are, do what you're able to do to get a little bit better, and you'll be able to bite off a little bit more every time. And the next thing you know, you will be carrying on entire conversations with total strangers in public. Yeah. But yeah, when you're complimenting people, as Chrono says, try to compliment someone on a thing that they have some control over. Like, don't compliment them on their beautiful face, but you can tell them that their makeup looks so cool. That's allowed. Yeah. Anyway. And so it's another incentive for you to wear things that have stuff that you love on them so that other people can be like, oh, that's a person who has this thing in common with me. Sweet, let's talk. And if you don't become best friends, you still got experience points. This is a thing that's really important because people will put a lot of pressure on themselves like, I didn't make a friend from this encounter, therefore it and I am failure. No. Your experience point went up. Your little meter. Eventually, you'll get there. Anyway. And then if you come to my panel, we do actually workshopping, like we do stuff. I give people assignments for things to do. Sorry, these timers are really long and big. I should probably take some of those things off. Okay, anyway, we're gonna get back to the game now, okay? We're ready for the game? Sorry about that, folks. But I have strong opinions about this. I'm happy to try to help people wherever I can because I am your socially anxious, extroverted friend. All right, let's ask about Dalv. That name rings a bell. Oh, I remember. Strange little guy. He would often visit here, sit down, and watch the band. It looked like he was in a trance every time he watched them. I always wanted to talk to him, but the thought of socializing that much always scared me. Before I could muster the courage, he suddenly stopped visiting. I wonder where he went. If you see him, be sure to tell him he's always welcome here. Do you see? Case in point. Dalv was so lonely and wanted friends. This little socially anxious bear also wants friends. If you say hello to the person that you encounter, that person might be like Dalv or like the bear who wants to have a friend, a connection, and you are giving them an opportunity to do the thing that they find scary. They might be just as excited to talk to you as you are to talk to them. Also terrified. It's all right. It's all right. We're all humans. We can be scared of things and do them anyway. All right. I have to put some stuff. See ya. Thanks for being so kind. Oh, I gotta go put some stuff in the box. Right, I'm playing a video game. Oh man. Alright. I'm gonna buy the pin. That would go great on your hat. Yes. Thanks, stranger. I'm gonna buy some coffee. And then I'm gonna be low on money, so I might have to go out and get more money. Thanks, stranger. Yay! Oh, I'm glad I made friends. Honeydew coffee heals 14 HP. It would take true bravery to drink something this hot. Too bad I'm not courage. Honeydew pin. Armor Defense 4. A pin advertising the Honeydew Resort in Snowdin. You pin the Honeydew pin to your hat. Clover, I think, defaults to having a higher attack and lower defense, but you know what? We're not going to attack anything. Alright. Oh, this is the heater that they were talking about. Yes, the child does have a gun. No, it thinks it makes sense. Like, that's why I don't think it's an accidental thing. I think that this is a character who maybe tends more towards attack. Nice and cozy. You notice a sticker on the heater. Crafted with love by Chujin and Martlet. You know why they told me to go on this vacation? Well, because I come off as stressed, but you know why that is? I have a theory, see? Oh, these colas. Because there are just so many things in life to worry about. Work, and laundry, and an imminent starvation, and so on. Those are important back home, but here? Still important. Monsters pretend they're not, though. And you know what that is? Despicable, irresponsible, shameful behavior. You know how much part I'll have in it? None. Zip. Zero. Zilch. And that's how much you should have, too. I just realized something. This anti-stress thing, you know what this is? The downfall of the underground. That's what it is, see? Soon monsters will stop doing the important things, the work and laundry and such. Completely undone, and you know why? Too much to worry about, that's what they'll say. Toxic behavior. This, I believe, is making fun of people on the internet. Can't wait until this vacation is over, you see? At this altitude, so much to worry about, like dehydration. You know what that causes? Altitude sickness. Now don't you go drinking that coffee, dries you right out. I mean, it is true that altitude sickness is, I believe, caused by dehydration, among other things, and that coffee is a diuretic and therefore will contribute to dehydration instead of hydration. However, all right, you are a charmer. You have an adorable hat and fangs. This is the game of fangs. Are you enjoying the tunes as much as I am? Actually, don't answer that. You're not. Nobody could be. I used to be one of those super fans you hear about. Followed the band around from place to place. Learned all the aliases they used in hotels. That's too much. Watched them buy their favorite brands of cereal. I'm reformed now, though. Now I'm content to sit and listen. Nothing could beat this. Actually, that's a lie. If they were playing my favorite song, that would beat this easy. Mind asking them to play it for me? I'll make it worth your while. Care for a tune, my dude? Yes. Right on, dude. This is a chilly song you can curl up by the fireplace to. Nice tune. Boy, do I remember the first time I heard this song. Not my favorite, though. I would not believe you if you said this wasn't played on a keyboard. Just, there's like little details in the performance. Like when they play a note again where they have to lift their finger up. Bump, bump. And when they do the ba-da-dum, the little triplets. There's like the slight unevenness that happens when you're playing it with your actual hand instead of it being... Like when you program it in, you then have to add, like you have to humanize it by introducing randomness. All right, we're gonna try this again. Let me work up something special. This one's for the fluffy troublemakers out there. Like dogs? My gosh, I haven't heard this song in forever. Definitely my favorite, hands down. Not my favorite though. What can I give you? What? I know. Here, you can put it on your hat. You got the band merch pin. That one's super rare, so don't you lose it. Only was sold at the concert they did at the dump that one time. I've been to the dump. Man, that was so grungy. I like that that started with a very Mario-esque intro. The monsters like a little time to themselves. Nice tune. Band merch pin, let's look at it. Band merch pin, Armor Defense 5. A pin commemorating a concert you didn't go to. Well, I don't regret that I spent my money on another pin, but I'm excited to have this. Who have I not talked to? Cooler full of honey, ready for drinking. Yum. Is this the bathroom? No. It's a back door. Okay. The bartender is out. Alright, I'm gonna stick the feather and the honeydew pin in there. We're gonna save. Feel free to slack off for a while, kid. I'll be here checking out the hot springs. Man. Hey, coffee friends. I'm gonna go deliver this hot coffee to this kid. We'll see if this is right or not. Also, maybe get a little bit of money. Unless there are no more random encounters because I have finished this area, which is fine. I'll just have to deal. Oh, no, here we go. You suddenly feel like taking a nap. Hello, Insomnitot. Swing Insomnitot's tassel in front of its face. Ah, shoot. Oh, good. Oh, nope, that's the wrong move. Well, that's fine. Together we fight the oppressive construct of bedtime. The air is crisp. Okay. I think I got a little louder. Sorry. Now we're gonna sing. Alright. Sleep is for the weak. That is, in fact, a thing that we said on the internet a lot back in the day. Can actually hit the right button. That might help. I like that song. It's in its happy place. It is snoozing. Yay! I got 10 gold. Excellent. Eventually, I may be able to... Hello, I've got coffee for you. You take out the cup of coffee. Hey, what are you, crazy? That thing is steaming. I need something hot, but not that hot. Maybe some warm coffee will free my poor tongue. Well, maybe it'll cool down if I walk around with it. So I do think it is going to be coffee and not hot chocolate because we got a response for the coffee and the kid did say coffee as a suggestion. All right. Yay! Well, I'll figure it out. Cole's Hot Pops or scalding coffee. I don't know if they're coals. I thought they were glowy stones. Okay, well I can't. I thought maybe I can get some ice to put in the coffee. I mean, I guess coals are glowy stones, but, well, yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. Plutonium. I feel like they've turned the encounters way down. Whereas I felt like I couldn't go like 3 steps without having an encounter earlier. Is it because I'm higher level now? Not higher level. Higher defense. Okay, looks like the shufflers don't have anything new to say. Alright. They're really silly. But so is this game. What are you gonna do with the hot springs, Flowey? Sorry. That just makes me start singing a Secret of Mana song. This looks like a bee. I wish my left hand was as cozy as my right. Okay, that's a mitten. Normally I have 2 mittens, so my warmth is symmetrical. But I think my left mitten took a vacation or something. It just left me. Okay, I'll go see if I can find your mitten. I'm sorry, you're a little scary. You look... Because you made me think of a tonberry friend. I have a healthy fear of tonberries. Yeah, I definitely need to trim my Streamlabs link to all my social medias. My apologies, folks. That's too long. There was a torch on one side, but not on the other. The feng shui of this place is terrible. Wait, what if there is a deeper meaning to it? The torch is a metaphor for the incomplete nature of life. I'll never look at the underground the same way again. Amazing. Oh my god, hello, Carrot. This is the hottest spot in Snowdin, quite literally. I've wanted to come here forever, and this is finally my chance. It was worth the wait. This is complete bliss. You know what the best part of this place is? No one knows why the water is so hot here. It's a mystery. Not a monster alive could tell you. There are all sorts of theories, of course. Some say it's heated by hot rocks deep underground. Some say it's caused by volcanic activity. Some say it's heated by runoff from the core in Hotland. Whatever it is, the water is so relaxing that folks don't seem to care. At least I know I don't. Everything just melts away. I need to get some of this hot water and bring it to the kid. Then put it on the kid's tongue. Oh, I can't go into it? Swimming's a great full body workout. That is true. I should probably start doing that. There is an natatorium down the road for me. That's a community center, so it shouldn't be that expensive. I should probably actually do that. Okay. Are you seeing these limbs? I've never been so toned. On top of that, I've dropped a whole goggle size. Sorry, can't talk anymore. I've got swimming to do. Those pounds don't drop themselves. Although actually weight loss is more to do with what you eat than your exercise. Oh, I opened the door. Hello. Are you enjoying the warm atmosphere that can only be brought by a torch? Is it pleasant? Is it sentimental? Is it attractive? Man, I love being a torch. What? You know, this job has a high turnover rate. Crazy, right? Apparently most monsters don't like having their heads lit on fire. But you see my head? That's natural flame, baby. Best job ever. I love being a torch. Amazing. Oh no, Chrono. Chrono says, I imagine there's a lot of burnout. That is an unacceptable pun. Well done. So what is the significance of this? Is there something behind there? Okay, I'm not sure where the glove would have gotten to, the mitten. I don't seem to be able to access areas that it could be. There's something significant about... Also worth noting is that if this place is not a place that we can access in Undertale proper, they may have to explain to us why that is. All right, Flowey, what have you been up to? I don't know. Is this it right here? Because that looks like a sock. Oh, man. I don't know. I don't know. I want to solve these kiddos' problems, but I don't know how. I want to go let Vlad know that he's got friends. I don't know if I can get to Vlad. Excuse me. Dolv. I should probably call him Dolv. Look, I'm gonna backtrack. I'm gonna backtrack and nobody's gonna stop me. You might think you're gonna stop me, but you're not. I don't seem to be able to fish in the fishing hole. I want to go back to Dolv's house. No! The original text of the sign was crossed out. Now it reads, entry forbidden in blue crayon. Dolv, I need to report a message. They want to be your friend. I feel like that would be something he would want to know. That's all. She can't know we're lost, okay? I'm just trying to figure out what she's got on her head. I don't know. Well, I don't get to go in there for the time being, so maybe I'll come back later. Alright, well... my backtracking seems to have led me nowhere. Not even fighting monsters and getting monies. There we go. Oh no. No clone encounters you and an igloo. I think I'm gonna educate. Patiently explain the dangers of an open flame. No. Oh, shoot. Shoot. Well, fortunately, I'm not gonna take as much damage. Igloo noises. Yes, yes. I'm really not good at that one. Someone has come out to investigate. This is just so cute. Noko knew someone was there. Oh my god. Oh my god. That's adorable. Noko knew someone was there. That's adorable. Fine. Fine. Do I have to actually progress the plot? I haven't solved anyone's problems yet in this game. Except for Dalv. That was plot progression. Sorry, the music is really good. You're just gonna have to deal with me singing along with it a lot. What are you doing in the hot springs? Okay, he's not gonna... he doesn't yell at me for talking to him twice here. I don't know where your mitten is. And I don't know what the significance is of this torch. I don't know anything. Yeah, like it doesn't feel like Toby Fox himself, but it is in line with what he writes in a good way. Pass the torch. Thanks, Chrono. Very nice. See, because that's an idiom. It's actually very funny, see? It's funny to say an idiom where an idiom isn't expected. Oh man. Honeydew Resort, family owned and operated. All travelers are welcome. You look like you might be angry. Are you angry? Wow, it's colder today than usual, huh? If I wasn't extremely lazy, I'd go to the Honeydew Resort and get some hot coffee. You take out the cup of coffee. For me, How can I ever thank you? Here, I found this in the snow. It was probably out there for ages. You got a soggy mitten. Yes! Yes! The coffee is a little hot. I'm gonna let it cool down. I'm not crazy, you know? In the meantime, I'll get to making a campfire so I don't freeze. I'm about to go solve a problem. I'm gonna go solve a problem. There's one problem that I solved that I didn't even know existed, but I solved it. Oh shoot, I didn't read the description. That's my missing mitten! Just in time, too. My left hand was getting so jealous. I just can't live with that much civil unrest. The way it's written is great. I should really pay you back, but I don't think I have anything worth as much as my mitten. I know, take this. It's a map of Snowdin. You got a Snowdin map. It's drawn in crayon. You'll notice one of these mittens is blue tinged. Thank you, Chrono. An old soggy mitten. It's too wet to keep anything warm. The left mitten has left your inventory. All is now right with the world. You folks are out of control. Let's look at the Snowdin map. It's a hand-drawn map. It seems more colorful than the real Snowdin. Okay, yes or no, can I use that item right now and cause a problem? Like, it doesn't get used up, right? This is actually pretend I'm wearing chat hat. Can I use the map item and it doesn't get used up? Okay. Thank you. Its accuracy seems compromised. This is the wrong form of the word it's. You aren't sure how to use it? Oh. I can solve problems. Thanks, May. You aren't sure how to use it's the word either. No cone encounters the igloo. Encounters you and the igloo. Did any of you ever read film critic Hulk? Igloo, igloo. It was funny because it would like be written like all caps and like Hulk do this, but then it would like use really big words and talk about movies. It was really something. All right. Sorry, I got distracted thinking about things. Is really everything about this is adorable. Oh good. None of them hit me. I'm getting a little bit of monies back while I'm at this. Good. Sorry, we're gonna backtrack again after all that backtracking. This is properly scheduled backtracking, as opposed to the unexpected, unscheduled against the flow of events backtracking. Like, this is game backtracking instead of Lauren backtracking. Ah, good. You take out the map. A map? Splendid! Did you make this just for us? I wish I had something as heartfelt to give in return. Would you like some extra matches? I've been holding on to them in case we needed a fire. We won't need one anymore. Our love will keep us warm. Sorry, that's a little cliche, isn't it? Well, I wish you the best. Don't use all those matches in one place. Received some matches. I bet that the person is not going to be able to make a campfire. Thank you for the map. We didn't need it, though. I had everything under control, I swear. Staying here a little longer won't hurt. It's quite beautiful. This blocked-off cave looks absolutely stunning. I hope they clear the way soon. I can't wait to get moving again. Yeah, no, they look super cool. They have a really cool design. Alright. We're gonna keep going and see if we need to give matches to the person that started off this whole sequence. Oops. I'm not tired, you are. It would be pretty awful if you, like, put them to sleep like that and then killed them. I bet there are people who do that. That's not very nice. I imagine this game might have a kill everybody route. What are you doing here? The exit's the other way, silly. Let's get going. Oh my god, no cone. You're really ridiculous. You know that, no cone? Oh shoot. Oh, saved by Igloo Igloo. Yeah, it's really well done. Oh my god. How do people not encounter that? Like, this backtrack seems required, and this seems like a fairly common encounter with these two. Oh shoot, oh shoot, oh shoot. Scuttle away, my friend. Alright, I got some monies. Oh. Really? Oh. Well, I guess I am nosy and slow and will most of the time talk to everybody twice. Oh, will you yell at me for this? What are you doing back here? The exit's the other way, silly. Yeah. Flowey's like, why are you backtracking? And I'm like, well, actually this time the game gave me incentive besides just me. A bundle of damp matches. Looks like there are just enough dry ones to start a nice fire. Hello. You take out the matches. Are those matches? Can I have them? Yes. You're a lifesaver. I really need help with this fire. I don't really have anything else to give you. Here, take your coffee back, I guess. I was wondering if we were gonna get the coffee back, but it'll have cooled down because of waiting on this. It got cold while I was working anyway. You got a cup of lukewarm coffee. Why am I still standing here idle? I've frozen. I cannot move my body anymore. Don't worry, this is nature's way of letting me be lazy. What? Amazing. Part of me wants to go buy another coffee and give it to that guy again. Man. Well, see, the thing is, Violet, like, I would expect, if it were like a Toby Fox game, like officially, canonically, I'd be like, ah, yes, they didn't want to sprite that. But these people are overachievers. Educate, never berate. Did you see that? Did you see me intentionally not get hit by the blue one? Aren't you impressed? Aren't you proud? I'm proud. I think you're supposed to move where they're gonna go. He's just so cute. So cute. Did I finally figure that one out? Don't worry, I won't get used to it. Hello. Lukewarm coffee. You pour the warm coffee onto the pole. The ice starts to melt. Don't lick it again, you dum-dum. At last, I am liberated. I cannot thank you enough. You are a wonderful Samaritan. Here, a token of my gratitude. You got a silver scarf. Knitted by my auntie with abundant passion. May it warm your skin and your soul, good fellow. Now I must get home post-haste. Mother is bound to be perturbed already. Farewell. He just walks off screen. Amazing. Oh. Restores 2 HP after every turn. So cozy. Oh man. This is dangerous, Chrono. I don't know if I can be trusted with such a thing. Thing is, I just really like regen. Okay. I like it a normal amount. I'm normal about regen magic. Completely ordinary and reasonable. I don't have a known problem. Shoot. I don't remember the silver half from Suikoden. So what you have to understand about me and free heals is that when I played Phantasy Star 1, I would fly all the way back to Caminite on Palma to stay in Suelo's house. Even though it was like literally another planet from everything else. When I played Seema the Enemy, I would pass along I had these regen rings or bracelets or whatever, and I would just trade them between, like, because that's one of those games you have like a whole bunch of people in your party, most of whom are non-combatants, but they're still on the field. And I would heal up the entire party by bringing them to the corner of the map and trading off the wristlet one after another. It's a problem. And I'm not responsible enough to be trusted with regen, because once I have regen, I'm like, well, I'll just never heal with anything ever, which To be fair, to a certain degree, I will do anyway, but do you need coffee? I'm gonna get you another coffee. Hi, No Cone. What is that, No Cone? What was that? Well, if he gives me another mitten, then I guess I've got a mitten. Which I guess I'll have to give to a kitten. I'm so worried it might have frozen. I want the pancake. I want everything. Honey syrup pancakes would be delicious. Maybe I should make those this weekend. You could also make... Okay, you don't want the coffee. That's fine. That's right, Chrono. I absolutely have a whole pack full of healing items to not use. You know me so well. We're gonna look at them, though. Honeydew pancake. An off-the-griddle pancake with honey syrup. A cookie made to look like someone's face. What a creative and original idea. Okay, what is that referencing? Why is that not creative or original? The thing is, I know that items in these games, like if you have special... Oh, Lancer cookies, I guess. Well, no, but this game, I mean, I guess this game was under construction. They could add more healing items and stuff after Deltarune came out. Does Mettaton have cookies? Mettaton, steak in the shape of Mettaton's face, that makes sense. She's so animated. Bridge slippery during snowfall. No running. In other words, do run. Royal Guards, thinking they're all special. They don't have screening processes like they used to. How do they interview these bozos? Do you want to be a member of the Royal Guard? Yes. Here's a uniform. You start Monday. Just look at this puzzle. It was a perfectly nice bridge once. I remember what it looked like as a bridge. I would have called it a pretty handsome bridge. Now you can say homemade is charming or whatever. But you can't call it handsome. No way, no way. You can't just hire anyone for a position like this. What do they do? Advertise for free Royal Guard posts in the mail? Despicable. Yeah, well, that's part of why I have a hard time making fan content. Like, I've written my Deltarune fanfic bits, but they're fairly small and vague, so nothing will get destroyed by canon. Oh, look, there's a proper bridge with a sack of flour on it. I don't know what that is, but I don't seem to be able to do anything about it. That's strange. Oh my god, the sound effect it makes me think so much of falling in King's Quest. Yes, it's definitely where you're supposed to land on, but I didn't think about that. That's very, very thoughtful of them. We're off to a great start here. We'll get this. We'll get this. I naturally think of Alexander falling in 3 because that's my priority. This is the rest of the stream. Man, do you remember the teacups? Ugh. At least we're not taking damage this time. You can't run on the bridge, in fact. They do not let you. They take away that button. Strange. That wasn't a handsome bridge last I looked. Is it always that way? ... Where am I? This person is very confused. Okay. Yeah, that would make sense for the rule book to have a rule about drop traps having a soft spot to fall on. Hello. 10 steps to the east. Second sign. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I do not see a sign here, you lied. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Trihecta. Oh, I should probably have saved after that. I'm probably gonna die here. I'm gonna examine you, Trihecta. Attack 7, defense 8, intimidatingly tall. 3 chickens stacked on top of each other? Chicks? You guys are clinging on tight, right? They're eggs. Yes, they're eggs. Trihecta is considering purchasing a long trench coat. See, I was gonna say this is 3 eggies in a trench coat, but I didn't say it. But the game said it. The game is like, just in case, Lauren. I forgot I have regen. Everything is okay. Everything's fine. Push. You push Trihecta away. Look, Ma, no hands! Trihecta begins to sway back and forth. Trihecta topples over! They make squeaky noises. I told you this would happen! Oh, shoot! Oh, shoot! Trihecta regroups, then bickers. Amazing. Goofballs. 10 steps to the east, third sign test. That's not... Okay, somebody has really big legs. Like, really big legs. Alright. Oh, this is pretty. Look at how nicely done this is. There's like a little bit of frozen marshland. And a bucket. Is there gonna be somebody in the bucket? I guess it's a barrel. Barrel. Barrel, 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 barrel. What game am I referencing? Barrel, 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 barrel. You take a look inside the barrel and find some coffee beans. Take it? Yes. You got the coffee bean ammo. I'm not gonna shoot coffee beans. I should probably go put some of this in storage. Coffee ammo. Weapon attack 4. There's no way you could eat them, but they might still be of use. No, it is a reference to Star Ocean 2. Some leftovers from this puzzle's construction. A shot of espresso. Yes, that is true. Okay, we got one of these things going on. Oh, do we have a sign? We do have a sign. To whom it may concern. After building the first ball puzzle, I realized a fatal flaw in its design. How was an intruder supposed to, like, see it? The puzzle was on a higher plane, out of your average monster's eyesight. If someone solved that puzzle, they must be very good at guessing. In any case, I have created an improved version. With a new vertical design, you can see what you're controlling. The parts may still get stuck, though. Please refer to my instructions back at the first puzzle if that happens. Signed, Martlet of the Underground Royal Guard. Oh! Wait, so Martlet was the assistant to the engineer from Hotland who put that heater together in the resort. Interesting. Look at me, I can kind of remember things. We're gonna try this again. Okay, I think I get it. Nope, wrong way. It's okay, I got it. I got it. Darn it, too soon. There's spray paint. Haha! I think I got it this time. Oh, it's faster this time. Ooh, that could easily have gone over. Oh, good. I'm glad that there's a little homing there at the end. Nice. That was a good line about Night in the Woods. That was not my line. Oh, look at this. Is this a train station? First try on the second one. I'll take that. Howdy. We're almost out of here. I'm surprised that guard never saw you nearby, you know? Their puzzles sure weren't impressive, that's for certain. Knowing that, I wouldn't worry if you run into them. Whatever happens, I wish you luck. Uh-huh. Don't tell me you're scared of the Royal Guard now. You saw that lady, right? You'll be fine. Trust me a little, will ya? Let's do this already. Alright, so it is 9:50. But I guess I can go a little further. I can go a little further. We got off to a late start. I think. A wooden bench. A wooden bench. They all get identified as a wood. You notice a fresh pancake lying under the bench. Take it? Yes. Obtained pancake. Look at all this free healing I'm never gonna use. Aren't you excited? French pancake. That would be a crepe, right? Look. I'm good at things. Just sometimes you never know when you're gonna find a trash burger, alright? Somebody's been festively decorating for the holidays. Do I get to actually make friends with you? Or do I have to fight you? Oh, hello. Sorry, I don't know where my head was right there. It seems they have a summer home in La La Land these days. Oh, that's a cute phrase. You look a bit lost. Are you looking for directions? I'll let you in on a little secret. I'm not actually an information kiosk. You don't say. Do I get to fight her? Is this going to be my first fight with her? We'll see what happens. I know this place like the back of my wing, though. I don't get lost much at all anymore. I can get you wherever you want to go. Wait. I'm going to take a shot in the dark here, but are you human? You're human, right? I knew it. I knew I'd find a human. You must be human, right? Right. You look just like the guy on this poster I saw once. He had a hat just like you. And he was totally human. So, like, transitive property or something like that. Actually, I think he was from space. Are there space humans? I love how many, like, facial portraits we get with her. Space human. I don't know what are we talking about, like, Lone Star from Spaceballs? Does he have a hat? You know what? I'll have plenty of time to ask you questions later. Oh, Space Cowboy. Right. Are you ready for some Royal Guard protocol? I hope you are, because I memorized it. I believe in you. But you pulled out your handbook anyway. Here we go. Martlet of the Royal Guard has encountered a human, she says. Prepare to apprehend. Protocol 1, be courteous and allow your opponent the first attack. I think we can safely she her Martlet, because we got Lady from Flowey. That's all right. Martlet of the Royal Guard is waiting for your turn. Check. Martlet, attack 8, death 10. A little scatterbrained. All right. I don't think I'm supposed to be helping you, but that was supposed to be your turn. It's okay. I space out and miss stuff like that all the time. I'll let you go again. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. She's like, do you have ADHD? So do I, man. We gotta look out for each other. Oh man. Martlet catches herself. Martlet catches herself getting lost in the music. We would never do anything like that. Gonna check her again. Hold on, I have the guidebook on me. I'll check what to do when someone doesn't actually attack. You can just, take another turn. Go for it. Hit me as hard as you can. gust of wind blows a little blue feather in your face. Martlet looks embarrassed. What happens if I ignore her? You ignore Martlet's rambling. It doesn't look like she's noticed. Okay, I'm really sorry for the wait. I'm looking. I'm not the best royal guard, you know, but I'm really trying to be better. Last week I apprehended this girl. Total human. Oh, I think it's your turn. Everything smells like birdseed with a tasteful hint of vanilla and orange blossom. As long as rush means like hurry her along and not like charge. Rush. You tap your wrist impatiently. Martlet looks apologetic and tries to talk a little faster. Royal guards are to proceed to the next step without hesitation. Oh, does that count as hesitation? What? Protocol 2, my attack. Martlet is nervously consulting her Royal Guard guidebook. She's really cute and I love her very much. I'm gonna check her again. A little scatterbrained. That was only a warm-up. Prepare for the Royal Guard gauntlet. What are you throwing at me? Oh my god. Martlet is trying to strike a pose that looks professional and imposing. Tap your wrist impatiently. Martlet looks apologetic and tries to talk a little faster. Hi-ya! God, this is it's a really cool pattern there. Martlet catches herself getting lost in the music. Ignore. Take this, intruder! Martlet is flipping through her guidebook again. Whew. This is a real workout. Keep it up, Martlet! The boxes moving in the background and the extra snowflakes, like, it's a little bit confusing, but not confusing. It makes it feel a little more intense. All this lack of movement makes you realize how cold it is. Oh, I think there's... It's so good! Ignore. Dot, question mark? What are you? You're just dropping stuff on my head. Oh, I'm gonna die. Hold on, I'm checking this one more time. That can't be right. You're not fighting back. I don't want to hurt you. You're all cute and stuff. You go on and have your turn. I'm going to check that handbook again. I bet she's really hard if you are fighting back. Unfortunately, we will never find out. Not on this stream. I could heal myself. Distinct flavor of something that was once hot and left to sit for too long. It isn't great. Your HP's maxed out. See, when I apprehended that girl, I didn't have this problem. Well, I guess she didn't attack me per se, but she scolded me and got real aggressive, like, what are you on about? I'm not human. clear the feathers out of your head. Would you mind being aggressive like her? Oh my god, look at her like, would you mind? Please be aggressive like her, it'd be easier for me. A gust of wind. I'm not gonna be aggressive. I'm gonna just ignore you. I'm not, no, I don't want to insult you. I don't want to, just because she asked me to. Come on, get aggressive. I can take it, I swear. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words can only make me sad. Martlet is blinking a lot. Maybe it's a code. It probably isn't. You fake a yawn. Martlet starts talking faster still. Come on, get aggressive. I can take it, I swear. She's repeating herself. You tap your foot on the ground. Martlet tries talking even faster. Okay, we appear to be looping here. I gotta try. Okay. Anyway, sorry, I imagine that the audio balance is a little harder, but the song is so good. We're both gonna get deafened by it, and that's just how it is. Alright, fine, make me insult her. You call Martlet a weenie. A weenie? Is that the best you got, buddy? Oh, that was adorable. I don't even feel insulted. I feel like I've been honored. You put so much work into that. You aren't making this easy here. Here I go. Protocol and all that. For the Royal Guard. Oh, oops. Oh, no. No! Oh, my God. No, I hate this. I hate this. I hate this. It's all right. Yes, it is Javel's attack, and I don't like it. I didn't like it then, and I don't like it now. This is a better song than World Revolving. I think I'm funny, alright? I'm gonna try to make an April Fool's song happen. We'll see if my brain can work. It won't be a World Revolving, although it would be really funny if I made another World Revolving cover. Alright, try insulting her again. You forcibly tell Martlet you don't like her clothes. That's more like it. What kind of Royal Guard wears rags like these, right? It's not like I stayed up all night sewing them or anything. Oh, right, it's my turn. Martlet is trying to strike a pose that looks professional and imposing. It's telling me that insult is the thing I have to do. Is that the thing that... would that be justice? Is that the thing you want to do, my friend? I will respect your autonomy over your own body and allow you to choose options for yourself. You have highlighted this, indicating that you would like it to be the one that I make. And since it doesn't seem to be exactly violent, we'll go with it. But I'm gonna probably feel bad. Clover does seem a bit sassy. You insult Martlet's job performance! I have to say, you're not wrong about that one. I've kind of been on probation for a while. One more misstep and I can say goodbye to Royal Guarddom. And all the nice perks that come with it. My cozy uniforms, my Royal Guard discount at the movies, my nice insurance rates. Oh my god, Chrono, you missed Martlet. I love her so much. When they find out how much I hesitated here, I'm doomed. I mean, they specifically said don't hesitate. I got it. What did you just do? If the Royal Guard doesn't know you're here, they won't know I broke protocol. Her face communicates that expression. Instead, we'll just get you home before any of them see you. You'll be home in time for dinner. I mean, maybe not today's dinner, but for sure a dinner. Anyway, we'll bypass the royal guard and plead your case to Asgore. Oh, that was sparing, but on her part. Okay. There's no way he can say no to a cute little face like yours. So this is what we call irony, folks. Irony does not actually refer to what the Alanis Morissette song is about. Irony is when there is either a disconnect between what is said and what is intended, or between, in the case of this, what the characters in the story believe to be true and what we as the audience know to be true. When there is a disconnect there, when we know that the characters are mistaken about something, it introduces a very special form of discomfort. Torturous discomfort in this case, known as narrative irony. Now, pairing that with this comedic, very lighthearted music and this very charming character, like, don't think too hard about it, the game is saying. We know that you've played Undertale. We know you've been to the room with the coffins. We know you've seen the coffin with the yellow heart on it. We know you know that Asgore is not going to destroy the mercy option for himself when Clover faces him. He's just going to destroy Clover, whether he wants to or not. But don't think too hard about that. Just put that out of your mind. It's fine. You don't know how this game is going to end. It might have a happy ending. You never know. It's going to be fine. I'm sure it's going to be fine. It'll be totally fine. I'm fine. I'm prepared. I can handle it. Meet me up ahead and I'll show you my plan to get you home. Oh, goody. So this would be less effective if this were your first Undertale experience. Like, the game expects this narrative irony, this dramatic irony, to be effective on you. They expect you to be squirming, especially with the music and everything kind of heightening that disconnect and therefore that discomfort. So that looks like a note is nailed into the kiosk post. It says, "Hello, traveler. Due to infrequent breaks, I am prone to snoozing on the job. If you live in the United States, your employer is legally obligated to give you certain breaks, depending on the number of hours that you work and the nature of your work. If your employer is not permitting you to have your legally mandated breaks, they should be able to get in trouble for that. We don't have very many workers' protections in the US, but the few that we have we should know about. It's been interesting moving to Canada where there are more functional unions. Organizing! It's the only way to get awful people to acknowledge the humanity and the human needs of their employees. Due to infrequent breaks. Because you do not let me have breaks, I will sleep on the job. If you're reading this and I'm asleep, please don't just walk past this checkpoint. That would dock my pay for sure. Ring the bell to wake me up instead, thank you. Martlet of the Underground. Royal Guard, Snowdin Division." She is the information kiosk. She slept on the job and got in trouble. There's a notebook on the counter titled "My Puzzle Blueprints." This must be where Martlet sketches her puzzle ideas. Oh, I can't go. I want to go in. I can't go into the booth. Alas. Okay, well. UG... Is the raft named for Gaster? Because they think they're funny. Hey there, so here's the plan. I'm sorry, I think that I went a little overboard, but I can't help it. This is all too exciting. So I've been saving this for a rainy day. You know, figuratively. We don't really have those. Either way, behold. The UG Aviator. Okay, Aviator, that's better than a Gaster reference. In the water sits an old-looking raft with just enough room for 2 passengers. Isn't she a beauty? Boats are she's, you know. I call her Ava for short. Isn't that cute? Birds. Birds. Can't help but notice she's got a treasure chest on her for stuff. I want to be able to jump over there and do things. I don't have a jump button. Tragically. The game is like, no, there's a thing. You don't get to engage with it. Game. Well, I guess I fixed all the problems that I know of here. So I guess I'm good. If my map and my memory serve, this river should lead directly to Hotland. From there, it's a hop, skip, and a leap to Asgore's castle. I'm not sure how we're getting in, but we cross that bridge when we come to it, right? I also wanted to apologize about, well, you know, attacking you. I meant no harm, honest. I just have to do my job is all. And, well, oftentimes I don't know what the right action is until it's too late, man. So, I know we just met and all, but will you trust me on this? I do. I don't trust her decisions to be the right decisions, but I trust her to mean well. Does that make sense? I trust her to not try to hurt me. I don't trust her to not do something stupid that results in hurting. Alright, yes. Yay! Don't worry, your trust is in good hands. Wings. Or wings, as the case may be. I'll guard it with my soul. And this means we get to have an adventure. This is so exciting. I mean, nothing this exciting ever happens around here. At least, while I've been here, it hasn't. Think of all the fun we'll have. I mean, there's a chance I might be fired for this. And lose all of my life's work and belongings. But hey, what's life without a little risk? So shall we be off then? Is there anything else that I need to do in Snowdin? I talked to everybody a bunch. A bunch. I solved some puzzles and got the regen item that I'm never taking off ever again. And talked to people some more. I helped people with their problems. I bought some stuff. I had a tangent about social anxiety. Yeah, I think we're good. We're going to do this. I can't think of anything else I haven't done that seemed like it was going to do anytime soon. So I'm going to go ahead. Yes. Unfortunately, my cup is empty, so I can't hydrate. Thank you for trying to make me hydrate. Oh, she can fly to the boat. I think. Wait, hold on. I was supposed to be on Ava with you. Oh my god. Martlet. You little dum-dum. There's that earthbound baseline. So, hi! Totally intentional. So I was thinking, if Ava doesn't have sails, does this still count as sailing? Pretty smooth ride, yeah? Rubber ducky! I wonder if the echo flowers are going to pick any of this up. My woodworking skills aren't too shabby. No, you do seem to be pretty competent at that. I suppose I should thank my mentor. Older fella by the name of Shujin. Taught me everything. Yeah, I pieced that together already, but thanks for filling me in case I hadn't. Well, never mind. Hey, so would you mind answering a few questions for me? It's nothing big, it's just a little quality assurance questionnaire. Will you try it? Sure, why not? Great. Question 1. On a scale of 1 to 3, how would you rate your encounter with the Royal Guard? Please answer honestly. Okay, in case you have been fortunate enough in your life to never have to work a job where this is a thing that's going on, always give people the top rating. Anything below the top rating, they treat like it's like a 0 and they get punished for it. It's really not great. 3. Wait, really? I got a 3! I've never gotten a 3 before. Oh my goodly goodness! I can't believe it, I got a 3! I have to tell absolutely everyone! Okay, sorry, got carried away. Let's keep going. Question 2. On a scale from 1 to 2, how would you rate the puzzles deployed in Snowdin? 2. Really? Thanks, I made them myself. There's a reason I was assigned to work under the Royal Scientist. Which at this point I think will still be Alfie's. I mean, it's because I got last choice of station, but still. You pick up a few things guarding all that science stuff. Anyway, back on topic. Question 3. On a scale of 1 to 4, how would you rate the auditory ambiance? What does that mean? The music. Okay, that's a new question. Why do they keep updating this? Let's just forget the questionnaire. I'll just put you down as dead center for the rest. That sound good? Yeah, that works. Just a 2 there, and a 3, and a 2.5, a 2.15 here, and 23, and we're done. Oh, one more thing. I'm gonna need your name for legal purposes. You know how it gets? Clover has made up their mind that they're going to tell their actual name, at least the name they go by here. It's Clover. What a unique name. I love it. So, Clover, let's talk about Ava. Isn't she great? I told you, sails like a dream from a perfect lullaby. Nice pace, pretty view, and not a single leak. Oh, well, there's a little one, but not too many leaks. You can just sit back and relax and... Hey, do you hear an abnormal amount of running water? Are we perhaps going to discover the waterfall? Well, we are in Waterfall. Is it just me or is the river getting faster? Well, if anything, it helps us. Look at her eyes. Uh-oh. I might not have been down this route before. Hold on to something. Hey, look, it's Holland. This is our stop. Wait, we have to dock here. Slow down. Oh, no. All new area. This is a great excuse for taking us through different directions. Hello, Clover? Are you okay? Oh, no. You stay right there. I'll go get help. The waterlogged remains of an old chest. You spy a small, dry paper bag cradled in the interior of the lid. Will you take it? Yes. You got some trail mix! Yum yum! This looks like a can of dog food. Container bearing a strange symbol. The lid is bolted shut. It's impossible to open. Can I take it? No, I can't. Okay. There's gonna be a rocks show. Yep. Oh, wait, no. Howdy, Clover! What a day this has been. Thanks to that guard, we're totally off course. It looks like she ditched you as well. I guess it can't be helped now. There's gotta be another route to Asgore's castle here. tough it out for now and we'll see where this new path takes us. A little excitement never hurt anyone. Well, except you. Let me heal you up. I'm in the dunes. Sweet. Well, folks, it is 10:22, which means this cave is a little claustrophobic for my taste. Get out there and see what we're really dealing with. We're gonna try one more time. I get that you may want to wait for your friend, but she's long gone. She got you into the situation, but you're gonna have to get yourself out. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and shut things down. But hey, we made it all the way through this with no lockups, no freezes, nothing went wrong. And I haven't died a whole ton. I will probably die a whole ton out in the desert. We'll see how this goes. But that's exciting. This is fun. Martlet is an incredibly endearing character. Again, like, none of these characters feel like they came from the original Undertale, but they feel like Undertale adjacent. Like, it works super, super well, I think. I think it's really effective. And that's not in any way a complaint. I think that they tried to make this, like, an homage to Undertale, and they're very clearly trying to make it feel kind of like Undertale, but they're not, like, they're allowing their own voices to come through. They're allowing their own interests to come through, and I think that's outstanding. That's, I think, the right decision to make. So yeah, we'll continue this next week, and I will also be continuing to stream Ghost Trick, which I feel like we must be getting fairly close to the end, on Tuesdays. I don't remember what we're going to play after Ghost Trick on Tuesdays, but if you have played that game, please join me for it. It's delightful and has lots of electric guitars. I think I'm on chapter 13, 14, chapter 14, somewhere in that vicinity. If you are not familiar with it, watch it on YouTube if you get bored, and then join us for the end. And maybe I'll try to do a concert this weekend on Twitch. So, oh my god, Aoden, that would be really exciting. Do you want me to try to do a concert on Twitch this weekend? I will keep you posted on the socials and the Discord. There will be music, flute, and singing. There will be Undertale. Maybe we can try something from this game even. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Alright. I am going to go ahead and shut down because we went way over. But I hope you are all well. And I will look forward to seeing you next week. Good night. Bye.